오케이. 오케이. Okay, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Holy shit, it fixed itself! Oh my actual fucking god! It fixed itself! I'm back on the air! Okay, I think, the 10 minutes of pure agony trying to get the stream to run. The 10 minutes of pure non-stop agony as it continues to scream, too low bitrate! Bitrate's too low! Let's get this show on the road. My computer hates me at the moment, but yeah, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna marathon through every single Yu-Gi-Oh card with 2500 attack. Every single one of them. I'm skipping normal monsters. Normal monsters don't count. I'm also gonna just say if it's good or bad. I'm not gonna give them an A or B or C. I was thinking about doing that, but there is too many cards to do that. I'm either gonna say it's good or it's bad. Play it or don't play it. Think about it or forget it. If I am gonna be back or if I'm not, you tell me in the chat. You tell me in the chat how you feel. You in the chat can tell me how you feel about it, okay? Okay. My system says I'm live. I don't know if I am. That's the thing. Okay. I think I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Not live. Not at all. Yeah. Okay, I should be back now. I think it shat itself and died. I'm sorry about that. I really, really hope that it works now. Okay, I'll hear my own audio echo and I'll know I'm alive. Okay, I should be back now. Okay, we live. We fucking live, baby. Hell yeah. I don't know how long this will last. Let's try and let's try and make it through this shit. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna play a little bit of music and I hope I can get through this. Let's go. First card we got. First card is a goodie. We got Arch Nemesis Protoss. Cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 3 monsters with different attributes. If it's legal, and you are playing the Nemesis package, that's all I can really say. It's a really good card to play it. Snowplow Hustle Rustle, baby. Now we're getting to the good shit. An Earth hurts really badly. Hell yeah, that's a Sphinx. Level 10 Light Beast. Interesting attribute. Can it be good? You can pay 500 life points to special summon this card when Pyramid of Light is on the field. And in case you didn't know about Pyramid of Light, all it does is stay on the field. That's the entire purpose in life. That it's kind of bad. But it's genuinely not very good. This card cannot attack during the turn it was normal or special summoned. Oh yes, I see. Summoning sickness in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a good idea. It's great. Keeps the game balanced and fair. Who knows? Who even knows? If this card destroys a defense position monster as a result of battle, inflicts piercing battle damage to your opponent's life points equal to half the defense of destroyed monster. This is normal piercing, but worse somehow. Worse or better, depending on the defense. If it attacks over a big wall, your opponent takes extra damage, potentially. No, Sphinx Talia. I don't think I will. I don't think I'm gonna do any of that. You can go stay in the binder, please. And a Dark Lord who the fuck knows how to say that? Ixchil? Ixchil? I think that's how you say it. Dark, level 10. Fairy. Ooh, it's a fairy. Can you believe it? That looks like a fairy to me. With bat wings and shit. So, what does this Dark Lord Fairy do? You can discard this card, and when Dark Lord card, draw 2 cards. Ooh, nice. That should be a spell, but it's a monster. Quick! I am genuinely terrified. I think you can hear. Oh yes, I'm pretty sure you can hear. I'm pretty sure you can hear the OBS clings. I'm gonna have to turn that off. But essentially, Dark Lord Ixchil, you play that in Dark Lords because it's one of the best Dark Lord cards. Like one of the best good, like. Open notification settings. Can I turn the sound off because it's hurting my ears? I'm just gonna fly blind. Who needs notifications? I don't. I don't need notifications. Notifications mean nothing to me. Okay, yes. Best Dark Lord card. Thank you. Eldritch the Golden Lord. Classic monster. Love him, hate him, whoever cares. I don't know. I'm gonna have to salvage all this in the editing room. Wish me luck. Light Zombie, very rare. You can send this card and one spell slash trap from your hand to the graveyard. Target one card on the field. Send it to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send one spell slash trap you control to the graveyard. Add this card to your hand. Then Special Summon Lord, I very much do appreciate you. Yes, no, this is a entire deck built around this card. Pretty great. If you're playing zombies, you're probably going to be playing Eldritch the Golden Lord. He's pretty good at most zombie builds. Some say he's the only good zombie monster. But who the hell would ever say that? There's money offered. Good zombie monsters, in my opinion. Yeah, that's enough. Yay, we get the bad cards again. Yay, I enjoyed the bad cards more. Earthbound, Immortal Ashlock. It's cool. Isku you in the face, I guess. What? I don't know. Didn't I? It's a thing. What does our Earthbound Immortal friend do? Level 10, yeah, they've all been 10 so far. You can only have one Earthbound Immortal monster on the field. If there's no face-up field spell on the field, destroy this card. Your opponent's monsters can target this card for attacks. This card can attack directly with 25 attack. Damn, that's a lot. If this face-up card leaves the field, except by its own effect, destroy as many face-up monsters your opponent controls as possible. If you do, inflict damage to your opponent for each. Earthbound Immortal is a terrible deck, and all of the modern stuff has to try and support this old, clunky boss monster style of design that doesn't really work anymore. Essentially, this is like a ball and chain to a synchro spam archetype. I don't know why you would really willingly play this. Maybe unwillingly, if they release some support cards that require specific names, then yeah, maybe you'd play this. But until that happens, don't play this. And then we have Regenesis God Deep. Oh wait, no, I'm reading the old name, the art's name. The actual name is just Regenesis Lord. Thank goodness I don't have to pronounce Deuterianomenon. Thank goodness. Light, level 10 illusion. They've all been level 10 so far. There's no reason in saying it. Cannot be special summon. Cannot be normal summon. Must be special summon from your hand by banishing one face-up monster with 2,500 original attack or defense. I'm not doing defense. That's too many cards. It's too many. You can only special summon one Regenesis Lord. You can only special summon it once per turn, you know. You can only special summon Regenesis Lord once per turn this way. If this card is special summon, set Regenesis spell from your deck. You know, I'm too terrified right now of being offline to really focus, but I would say this is a very good card for Regenesis. Not the best card for Regenesis. We'll get to that. We're going to be reading the entire Regenesis archetype now, but you play this as a one-of because it searches a spell, and it can also help you go for game pushes on occasion with its attack gain effect. You know, because it gains 2,500 attack during the battle phase only. If it attacks a defense position monster, it inflicts piercing battle damage. Good card, huh? Good card. You play one-ofs in Regenesis. Then we have Regenesis Overlord. They did not have to censor this name, thank goodness. Children can't even imagine what a Tyrion is. Cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned from your hand, from your graveyard this time. Oh my goodness, changing it up. By banishing two monsters from your graveyard with 2,500 attack or defense. You can only special summon a Regenesis Overlord once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can target cards in your opponent's graveyard and field up to the number of your banished monsters with 2,500 or attack or defense. Return them to the hand. Your opponent's monsters lose 2,500 attack during the battle phase only. Yeah, this is significantly worse In Regenesis, you barely play this guy at all. I don't think most people play this at all. You lose a lot of graveyard setup trying to summon this thing, and it doesn't really search out anything, so it's not a consistency tool. It's just there. It's just there for fun of. Look at the art. It's pretty cool. I like it. Not a terrible card. They're very playable, but they have better things to be doing. Yeah, most people have better things to do than Nimlaria Dream Devourer, Ravioli, Pocket-Oli. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can banish up to 3 cards from your extra deck face down, except Dreaming Nimlaria. We're not going to read Dreaming Nimlarias right now because I said I was going to read all of the cards with 2500 attack and not every single fucking card in the game. Not yet, anyway. We're getting very close. Surprisingly close. You cannot summon monsters from the extra deck to turn you've activated this. Of course not. I've banished like most of them. I've banished most of them with this card's own effect. But yeah. Except Pendulum monsters. So you could bring out Nimlaria. You can send one other level 10 beast monster from your hand or face a field to the graveyard. Set one Nimlaria trap directly from your deck. You can only use each of these effects once per turn. Yeah, this is one of the problems modern decks have, is like none of their stuff is generic whatsoever. Like if you're playing this, you're playing a Nimlaria deck. There's no in between. You don't play this in anything that is not Nimlaria or some variant of Nimlaria. Cool card. Pretty good in Nimlaria if you're playing that. So, I don't know. Does the ice cream monster look cool to you? Go play the deck he's from. Now we get to Trimid Sphinx. Yes! Open your sphincter. Enjoy the fun. But yeah, no, this card's art is awesome, but its effect is notoriously terrible. Earth level 10 rock. Cannot be normal summoned. Must be special summoned with the effect of a Trimid card and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Spoiler, Trimids are notoriously bad at summoning this thing. If a face-up Trimid card you control, except this one, is destroyed by battle or card effect, you could special summon this card from your hand. While you control another Trimid card, this card gains 500 attack and defense for each field spell card with a different name in your graveyard. Yes, Trimids play 3 different field spells. They're all kind of bad. All very underwhelming. I'm not going over the entire reason Trimids are unplayable, but they have to jump between multiple field spells, and they're not very consistent at it. And none of the field spells do anything. This thing will be summoning itself of its own effect most of the time. So yeah, cool art, just terrible deck. The reason I haven't actually done this before is because I would have to read through the entire fucking deck just to explain why this is kind of unplayable. But now we get to the next card, which is an OCG exclusive. Against my own will. Graveyard, you can target one other Earth Machine monster in your graveyard, special summon both it and this card. Also, you cannot special summon a from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Earth Machine monsters. This is awesome for rank 10 trains. This is legitimately awesome. I don't want to go through the entire train engine, but yes, no, this is great. Genuinely saves the whole fucking deck. Too sad it says it's OCG exclusive. Maybe one day we'll be able to play rank 10 trains. You know? Maybe one day. But at the moment, the worst part about this card is that its art is kind of lame. It's a train. What did you expect? And also, I think it's OCG exclusive. So you're gonna have to go hope it gets imported. And yay, Nimlaria is back! Yay! I'm so miserable already. If you have a face-up Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this card once per turn. Not even giving read your fucking name, Nimlaria, Dream Defender, Aurelier. Once per turn this way. You can only special summon it once per turn this way. Yeah, great. If you have a Nimlaria in your face-up extra deck, quick effect, you can banish one face down card from your extra deck Face down. You could banish one face down card from your extra deck face down. Can you imagine that? This card gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Like, I'm not going to explain to you why Nimlaria sucks, but it's just, they suck at using the extra deck. All they have is just big beat sticks that they summon out and try and punch over your opponent's stuff. Which is, you know, fine for 2015 Yu-Gi-Oh! This would be great, but in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! It's underwhelming if you're just using the extra deck as a way of banishing it. I don't know, there's Supplemental Engine and Grandmachu decks. Enjoy. Yay, we get the BES Blast Cannon Core. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. Thank you, rank 9 Cyber Dragon. Or level 9 Cyber Dragon, I like that. You can only use, you can only special summon BE Blaster Cannon Core once per turn this way. If this card is normal or special summoned, place 3 counters on this card. Cannot be destroyed by battle. At the damage step, if this card battled, remove a counter from it. If you cannot destroy it. Very good card. Very excellent card for draft. This card kills in Massacre series. Outside of that, I don't really think you're going to play this outside of just having a rank 9 spam deck. So maybe Generator plays it. Prediction Princess Biblu Mouse. Oh, look, she's reading. I wonder what she's reading. I wish I could read. But I'm illiterate. That's why I make YouTube videos. Flip! Oh, you know it's going to be good when it's a rank 9 flip monster. You can add one prediction princess monster, except this one. And one ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Yay, it's a flip ritual deck. If that doesn't make you want to kill yourself, what will? If this card is distributed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card and face down defense position. Holy shit, it gets effects when it's distributed? Call Mitsurugi. And tell them that they're a better deck. You can only use each of the following of the preceding effects. We're using preceding now. Of this card once per turn. Your opponent cannot target the ritual monsters you control with card effects. Oh, so they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Oh, nice. You know, you cheat this out with one of your with the ritual monster with special summons flip monsters and face down defense position from the deck. Yes, it does that, and it can like quick effect flip them face up. I don't know if we're gonna see it. I haven't gotten to the ritual section yet, but if I remember correctly, this is a really good card in that deck. One of the few good cards in a deck all about rituals and flip monsters. So yeah, good card. Yeah, just very archetype specific. And then we go back to very archetype specific. Ice Jade Creation Kingfisher. Water, Aqua, 9. I'm only going to bring up the typing when it matters, and this kind of matters, so yeah. You can target one water monster you control. Equip this card from your hand or field to it. An Ice Shade monster equipped with this card can attack while in defense position. Holy shit. What a buff. You know, defense for damage calculation. While equipped to a monster, you can target one monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to the equipped monster's defense. Special summon this card, and if you do, return that targeted monster to the hand. You can only use each of the following effects per turn. Okay, essentially, this is like a way of Ice Shade to spam the board. You could probably play this in a generic deck, in a generic water deck. You could probably play it there. My goodness, a free level 9 for Goaty. I wonder what they could do with that. Not much. Not much at all. So, now let's see what's next on our menu. It's generators! Yay, generators. We're at the 9 section. Thank goodness. Vala Sid here, the generator boss. Let's try that again. I'm tired after having to troubleshoot the stream. Vala, Sid here of the Generator Bosses. What is a Sid here? I don't know. Satyr? Is that what you're trying to say? Fire Fairy, very unique. Very wow. You can only control one of this per turn. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send one other generator card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one generator monster from your hand or graveyard, except this. This is really good for generators. This is straight up a starter. You just special summon this by dumping a generator from hand. She brings back the generator from grave, and then you can make your synchro plays. So you know you can only use each of the following effects. You use them all at the same time. Why not? She's really good for making rank 9s. We'll probably see some rank 9s later. Maybe she could make them. Who knows? True King Lithosagem, the Disaster. If this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters in your hand or face-up field, including an Earth monster. And if you do, special summon this card. And if you do that, and both monsters were Earth, and it's most definitely a Tuesday, you can also look at your opponent's extra deck and banish up to 3 monsters with different names. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon one non-Earth worm monster from your graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of True King Lithosagem, the Disaster, once per turn. This card is a brick house. This card's awesome. I love him. He's so cool. So cool. Look at that big dragon. Look at the big dragon. I love the big dragon. Don't you love the big dragon? I think we should all love the big dragon. As a race, as a creed, as a class, we should all unite to say, damn, this card's awesome. So yeah, no, he's a free body, but banishes stuff from your opponent's extra deck. What's not to like about that? Also, he destroys stuff, so that comes up a lot. And specifically dinosaurs, and other things, like the True King deck, which we'll probably see later. Or not, actually. I think this is the only one with 2500 attack. So goodbye. Frodor, Generator Boss of Swords. He's got a sword. Look at my awesome sword. You know, look at my awesome sword. Wind Warrior, you can only control one Frodor, Generator Boss of Swords. Quick effect, you tribute any number of generator monsters and or warrior monsters. You can tribute warrior monsters if you feel like it. When target that many monsters on the field, destroy them. When your opponent can draw cards equal to the number of cards destroyed by this effect. Okay, that's terrible. Now, branded continue to grab from your deck tier onto the field. You can only use each of the effect of Bestial Rebellion once per turn. How many once per turns do we have to fucking read at this point? Yes, this card's amazing. This card is the entire reason for some decks' existence. It is absurdly good. You're gonna find your Branded Regain, you're gonna find your Bestial Interruption, and you're gonna live a wonderful life as your opponent gets fucking DD crowed into hell and back. Great card. Legitimately have no opinion. How do you even fix this? How would you improve Bestial Rebellion? Someone out there, tell me, how would you do it? Should he, I don't know, should he pay your taxes for you? Should he... And should he call in a noise complaint on your neighbors if they're being jerks? I don't know. How do you fix Bestial Rebellion? You can't. He's a perfect card. Next. Sphinx of the Circle. I'm telling you now, everybody, it's time to relax your sphincter and enjoy the cycle. The Earth, level 8. Rock. Once per turn, if another monster's battle position is changed, except during the damage step, you can target one card on the field and return it to the hand. You can only use each of the following effects of loosening your sphincter, enjoy the cycle once per turn. If a monster's battle position is changed, except during the damage step, you can banish one spell from your graveyard and special summon this card from your graveyard. If it was there when the battle position was changed. Or hand, even if not. Nice. During your main phase, you can set one Book of Taiyu or one Book of Moon. Oh my god, it's Book of fucking Moon support, everyone. You know, MST got a whole archetype. Why did Book of Moon only get, like, a guy? Come on, we need more guys. Give us more guys. Intelligence, M-E... Saya. I think I pronounced Messiah? Oh, it's Messiah. I'm a fucking retard. Sorry about that. I can't read. It's anti-human intelligence Messiah. What a... You play a pendulum. He returns that pendulum to the hand or extra deck, if I'm getting this correctly. He summons himself. And then he has a weird floodgate. Yeah, he essentially has a... During the end of the turn, send everything that was normal and special summon while you control this card to the graveyard. That's a weird floodgate. This guy's just a floodgate. If you like playing floodgates, play this. This is... Yeah, no. Cool. And then we have Block Dragon, everyone. Say hello to Block Dragon. He's banned now. He's banned. Forever. Okay, so what does he do in a format where he's not banned? Well, he's an Earth level 8 rock, cannot be normal summoned, must be summoned from your hand or graveyard by banishing 3 rock Earth monsters. Almost slipped up there. He's even better than I think he is. 3 Earth monsters from your hand and or graveyard. It's gonna... You're hoping that you're gonna hit the right thing. You know, you're hoping that you just sniped the card that they added. If a monster your opponent controls is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, except during the damage step, for some reason, you can add 1 light or dark reptile monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except this. And it's a hard once per turn. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be an awesome tech card in fucking Mitsurugi when Mitsurugi finally gets banned into the fucking stratosphere and they have to play random reptile monsters just to fill out the deck. So, but until the murder ban list comes, this card is kind of bad. And I'm pretty sure Ogdo Alex only existed as a way of them trying to sell Snake Rain. So yeah. Snake Rain to the moon! I already did this card in the short. If you want my opinion on it, watch the short. It's bad. Delusion, the Magna Warrior. Cannot be normal summoned, must be summoned from your graveyard by banishing 1 Magnet Warrior Sigma Plus and 1 Magnet Warrior Sigma Minus from your hand, face up field, or graveyard. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Or if you targeted an Earth monster, you could take control of it instead. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you contribute this card, special summon 2 of your banished Magnet Warrior Sigmas. Sigma, what a fucking Sigma male he's looking for. But yeah, this is really good because the new Magnet Warriors can make everything on the field Earth, so he just gets to steal things for fun and profit. Quick effect stealing is pretty awesome. Play it if you're playing Magnet Warriors. If you're not playing Magnet Warriors, don't play it. It's as simple as that. That's how modern archetype design works. Nothing is generic anymore. Good card. Next. Magical Musket Mastermind Zakiel? Zakiel? Magical Musket Mastermind Zakiel. Say that 3 times fast. I'm not gonna. Fuck you. You contribute summon this face up card. You contribute this card face up by tributing 1 Magical Mustard monster. Yes, I'm gonna just call him Magical Mustard from now on. During the either player's turn, you can activate Magical Mustard. I'm sticking to the name. Spell and trap from your hand. Once per turn, during your opponent's end phase, you can draw cards equal to the number of Magical Mustard spells/traps you activated this turn, while this card was face up on your field. So it refills your hand during the end phase, and it allows you to cheat, essentially turns your spells and traps into hand traps. That's really cool. That's actually a really cool idea. Just getting it onto the field is a little bit annoying because you essentially have to tribute summon it using Or you can cheat it out. You're probably going to cheat it out. So yeah, if you're playing Magical Muskets, play some Mustard in there. I think he's a pretty cool guy. Pretty cool dude. Probably worth a one-off. Or you can just play the Fiendsmith engine. I think maybe play the Fiendsmith engine. That seems pretty great. Yeah, next card. Surgical Striker Hamp. This is always treated as a Skystriker card. And it's a dark level 8 machine. That's neat. If you control the Skystriker Ace monster, you could special summon this card from your hand to either field by tributing one monster from that field. You can only special summon Surgical Striker Hamp once per turn this way. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can target one card your opponent controls to destroy it. You being the one that will be summoning this to your opponent's field will pop it with battle, and then it'll destroy something your opponent controls. Just that's how that interaction works, in case we're wondering. And yeah, this card is good, but it also never saw any actual fucking play. Because it's not a starter, it's just an archetype kaiju. Which is neat, but you're never gonna play more than one of this because it's searchable. And even then, I don't think Sky Strikers really needed a kaiju. When it was first revealed, it was pretty hyped up, but I think it fell off pretty hard. Nothing but the hottest takes here on. I'm fucking dying already, and I am not even halfway through. This is gonna be pain. Boot up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo. Cannot be normal summoned. Must be special summoned from your hand by sending 2 gadget cards from your hand / face-up field to the graveyard. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while you control a gadget monster or a gadget monster card equipped to a monster. Once per turn, you can target one other card on the field and destroy it. Here's the thing. Gadgets had their like whole archetype built around them. It was the boot up stuff. None of it was really that good, and in some way, it's still just better to play gadgets in a part of a different Earth mashup deck, you know? Like, they're just better in an Earth machine deck than they are in their own dedicated boot up Admiral bullshit. So yeah. Neat card. Can potentially become a pseudo towers. But the resource engine of gadgets can do better things. DDD Assault Carrier. Please tell me this one is less text, because these cards have been fucking novellas so far. Dark Machine. Level 8. Cannot declare an attack unless you banish one card from your graveyard. If you have exactly 3 cards that are banished, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of DDD Assault Carrier once per turn. Hey, look, it's support cards for fucking DDD Warrior Lady. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Neat card. It's simple. I like it. It's simple. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, but it's not terrible. Genuinely, it has potential. I think I see more potential in this than anyone else does. And that's sad. I'm sorry. Regenesis Dragon! Woo! Back to good cards. If a monster of 25 original attack or defense is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon a Genesis Dragon once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Genesis Dragon once per turn. Quick effect, you contribute this card, target one spell size trap your opponent controls, banish it during your opponent's end phase. If this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, add this card to your hand. You play this as a one-off in Regenesis because it's a name and a quick effect spell and trap pop, so if your opponent is playing a fucking deck with a bunch of floodgates, Regenesis Dragon puts them in their fucking place. Cool, really cool card. Love the art. I just think he's neat. Also, he's printed out of common, so he's pretty cheap to get. Yay! The Iris Sword Soul. The most overhyped card in the known universe. Let's look at it. During the main phase, if a monster whose effects are negated is on the field, a quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can activate one of these effects based on where it was summoned from. Hand, special summon one monster from your hand. Deck, draw 2 cards. Extra deck, destroy one of those monsters special summon from the extra deck. This card was pretty much sold as the you hate getting impermed. Well, this card will fucking teach your opponent a lesson about activating imperm. It's just that playing literally an anti-hand trap card but doesn't just negate the hand trap itself is bad. You would rather have on your turn a copy of Called by the Grave than this, you know? Not a bad card. Cool way of... You can kind of do some cool stuff with it. It's very modular. As, you know, very modular. That's upside, but... To this day, it's still not that good. It's not seeing that much competitive play. Let's go to the next one. Deep of the fucking deep eyes, blue eyes, Abyss Dragon. Oh my god. Fuck. The Japanese, the card art and the names are really confusing me now. But let's look at this. Very sensual dragon. If this card is special summoned, you can add one ritual spell / polymerization from your deck to your hand. During the end phase of this turn, you can add one level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Ooh, that's nice. You can banish this card from your graveyard. All level 8 or higher dragon monsters you control gain 1,000 attack. Fucking negates. Negate from the extra deck. Where you just find this thing and use it as a hand trap and a 25k body. That shit's dope. I like Fleur-de-Lis. We all like Fleur-de-Lis. Thanks, Fleur-de-Lis. And hey, look, it's Dogmatic of Fleur-de-Lis again, but this time the Thunderbolt. During the main phase, if a monster is special summoned from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned from the hand, you can set one Dogmatica trap from your deck. It cannot be activated this turn. While your opponent controls a Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Link monster, straight up, you could have just said every extra deck monster except Ritual. With 25 or 100 more attack, oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna read all of those cards. Yeah. So yeah, if your opponent has a big thing from the extra deck, you can set a trap and activate it the turn it's set. That certainly can't cause multiple fucking problems. Yeah, this card is insane. This card is insanely good. If you play Dogmatica, you're playing this. I don't think there's really a reason not to play it. Thanks for that, Fleur-de-Lis. You're good again. Let me check on the stream health. Okay, my voice is very irritating. Thank you for that information. Now let's go back to the next thing. I'm quickly realizing how low energy I am. Galactic Spiral Dragon! Whoopee! While this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control 2 or more light or dark dragon monsters, they have to be 2 or more light or dark dragons. You don't get to fucking change the rules on me now. You can special summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. During your main phase, you can make all monsters you currently control become 8 until the end of this turn. This card is really good for rank 8 dragon strategies. I don't know if there are any rank 8 dragon strategies. Oh wait, I think this starts the whole Regenesis engine. Yeah, I know. So far, this is a must play if you're gonna do Regenesis. This is a must play. You have no choice but to play this. It is amazing. It's a whole combo starter and a half. Thanks. Dragon of the Pride and Soul. We prideful. We soulful. We dragon. Cannot be normal. Summon must be special from your hand while your opponent has 25 or more cards in their graveyard. Well, you have 25 or more cards in your graveyard. This card gains 2,500 attack. Yes. This was made for the anniversary, most definitely. Cool card. But unless your opponent is playing specifically Lightstorm or Tailment, maybe, you're not going to get this effect off. And even if you did get it off, it's just a big dumb beat stick. Thanks for the big dumb beat stick. Dark Alligator. Fucking this guy is creepy as shit. Look at him. The Dark Reptile, level 8. Mitsurugi's gonna love him. You can tribute this card by tributing one reptile monster. When this card is tribute summoned, you can special summon alligator tokens, reptile dark level 1s, 2000 attack, 0 defense, up to the number of reptile monsters tributed for this card's tribute summoned. If this card is tribute summoned, if this tribute summon card is destroyed by battle or an opponent's effect while in its owner's monster zone, you can add one reptile monster from your deck to your hand. I am confused by what this is. Okay, so you tribute summon this card. It splits up into multiple tokens. And I guess you link spam at that point? Neat. Burning Dragon. He's a burning dragon. You can see him. He's on fire. Someone get that board. Glass of water. Fire card. I am very sinful indeed. You can banish one spell/trap from your hand or graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Nice. Quick effect. Pay half your life points. Target one card your opponent controls. Destroy it. Then, if another Diabell monster is on the field, you can special summon one Synchro Tuner. Or Tuner Synchro monster. Illusion or Spellcaster. It has to be one of these. It can't be any other. From your extra deck. This card is amazing. As it should be. It's like a cornerstone of the entire Diabell package. This another card we're going to get to very shortly. This is a classic. Not even a classic card. No, this is a very modern Yu-Gi-Oh card. This is just a modern Yu-Gi-Oh card. It summons itself for free. It does something on the field, and then it gets you more advantage. Thank you for more advantage. No, maybe. You could send one spell/trap from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal special summon, you can add one Sinful Spells or one Diabell card from your deck to hand. Yes, this is an engine alongside Diabell's Star of Vengeance. Yes. You summon this, pitch a spell, get the Diabell's Vengeance. The spell usually has a graveyard effect. That's how White Forest works, and you have a good old time generating advantage. This is just a cog in the giant archetypal machine. Performer Prowl Smile Sorcerer. He doesn't look like he's smiling. I don't think I'm smiling. I'm bearing through it. I'm surviving the best I can. It's a pendulum, yay. Light Spellcaster. If a monster you currently control attack is higher than its original attack is destroyed by battle or card effect, you could special summon this card from your pendulum zone. You can only use each of the following effects. You can only use this effect once, damn it. It's a hard once per turn. No silly things going on over here. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Smile spell/trap from your deck to your hand. Smile, damn it, smile! If a monster you control is a Performer Pal or an Odd Eyes monster, or a Magician Pendulum monster, and this card's current attack is higher than its original attack, you can draw cards equal to the number of monsters you control whose current attack is higher than their original attack. Oh, so you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except for... You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, period. You essentially do this at the end of your turn to refill your hand, and it's supposed to fit into the Performer Pal Odd Eye Slop machine. Thank you for the slop, Smile Sorcerer. Yay, we have the Grand Jupiter. We went from archetype-specific card to generic terrible card. Life is wonderful. Life truly is wonderful. Dark Warrior. Once per turn, you can discard 2 cards when target one face-up monster your opponent controls and equip that monster to this card. This card gains attack equal to the combined original attack of the monster equipped by this effect. Once per turn during the end phase, you can target one monster card equipped to this card. By this effect, special summon it to your field. This is supposed to be a boss monster, but it doesn't summon itself in any it doesn't summon itself, so it's terrible, and you would have to cheat it out only so that you can minus yourself for a relinquish style effect. Generally, just play Insta Fusion. It's a way better way. It's way better for stealing monsters than this. Then we go with the next one, Guardian Dread Scythe. Dark Fiend, level 8. Cannot be normal summon slash that. Must be special summoned from the hand by its own effect. It cannot be special summoned by other ways, except from the graveyard by its own effect. Okay, so it can't be summoned by anything except its own effect. It can summon itself when it's in the graveyard. If you're following me, then thank goodness. If a Guardian Eatos, which is a different card that I'm gonna pull up in a short while, is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is special summoned, you can equip one Dread Scythe. Yeah, oh my god, it's fucking retarded. You can equip one Reaper Dread Scythe from your deck to this card. You cannot normal or special summon monsters, but you can normal set. Why normal set? Who knows. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, send one card from your hand to the graveyard and do special summon this card. Okay. Essentially, your Guardian Eatos cheats itself onto the field with its own effect. It dies and is then resurrected as Guardian Dread Scythe, which then gets its own scythe from the deck. All of this is a horribly clunky combo which your opponent is never going to let you actually resolve, so it's meaningless to even think about. But it does look cool. Thanks for that. Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. This card's name becomes Fallen of Albaz while on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send one Fallen of Albaz or one branded spell/trap from your hand or deck to the graveyard. Apply the following effect based on where it was sent from. Hand, special summon this card. So, if I pitch the spell or trap from my hand, I special summon this. If I send one from the deck, I shuffle this back into the deck and I draw one. This is literally just what would you call it? I don't know. A consistency piece for branded. A consistency piece for branded, everyone. Okay, I think it died there for a second. I don't know how long. Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall, a great card. I love it. It's my favorite. It's the best. So yeah, Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall changed the way we play the game by making columns scary. Fear him. He is a Purple Knight man. Ice Master. The Master of the Ice. Water Spellcaster. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 2 water monsters. Once per turn, you can target one face of monster on the field. Place an ice counter on that target. You can attribute this card. Destroy all monsters on the field with an ice counter on this. Yes, this is terrible. Genuinely kind of terrible. Ice counters never actually got to be a deck. They never printed any good support for it and just randomly put it on cards as a joke, I think. So yeah, play it as a random joke to amuse your friends. Beyond that, don't even look at this piece of shit. Yeah, Guardian Eatos, actually good card. If you have no cards in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. There's no other reason to play this. It has like a equip effect. You can send one of your equip spells, equip to this card to the graveyard, and then target up to 3 monsters in your opponent's graveyard to banish those targets. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each monster banished by this effect. You will never use this effect because you don't play equip spells. You play this as a rank 8 extender. It's a free rank 8. It's a free level 8 for your rank 8. Cool card. Sees a lot of play in legacy formats. Neat. We're still going, and we've been going for a while now. Please, if anyone's in the chat, give me a signal. I'm pretty sure no one is in the chat. I'm just double checking the chat. Hmm. I'm just double checking the chat. Oh yes, now my own voice is being played back to me. Great. I experience hell. Ah shit. Thank you for signaling in the chat, Rebel Pigman. I will continue on with this mindless pursuit of mine. We go back to Eoto's best card, Malefic Stardust. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing one Stardust Dragon from your extra deck, and you can only control one Malefic monster on the field. You can only have one Malefic monster on the field. If you try and have two, what happens? One of them kills themselves. Yeah. Face-off field spells cannot be destroyed by card effects. The other monsters you control cannot declare an attack. If there is no field spell on the field, destroy this card. This is Gravekeeper's boss monster, essentially. You play Necro Valley, which stops your opponent from doing stuff with the graveyard. Stops effects, or banish stuff from the graveyard, stop effects activating in the graveyard. And then this protects your Necro Valley to ensure that no one can stop your Necro Valley. Thanks for that, Malefic Stardust. Thanks. Performer Pal, Laugh Maker. It's a pendulum. Whoopee. I hate this. Once per turn, if your opponent controls a monster whose current attack is higher than its original attack, we're doing this again. I hate it. You gain 1,000 life points. Yes, your opponent has more attack on the field, so you get more life points. When this card declares an attack, you can make this card gain 1,000 attack for each monster on the field whose current attack is higher than its original attack, except other monsters you control, until the end of this battle. If this card is destroyed by battle or effect, while its current attack is higher than its original attack, target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it. This is the most fucking janky shit I've ever read in my life. Who the hell plays Performer Pals? Why play Performer Pals? You have better things to do with your life. I have better things to do with my life. So, goodbye. Dragon Spirit of White. Yay, more Blue Eyes support. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. This card is treated as a normal monster while in the hand or in the graveyard. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one spell and trap your opponent controls, destroy it, or banish it. Actually, that's better. If your opponent controls a monster, correct effect, contribute this card, special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. This is Blue Eyes White Dragon, but they decided to actually try and give it an effect, but it's still bad. It's still terrible. It's supposed to work with normal monster support, but it barely does. Don't play this. You don't play this in Modern Blue Eyes. Modern Blue Eyes doesn't play it. Yay, more Blue Eyes support. Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. If this card is normal or special summon, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Negate its effects. When your opponent activates a card effect, you can shuffle this card from the field into the deck. And if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. So, on summon, it negates something, and then when your opponent does something, it fetches Blue Eyes out of the deck as a way of saying, hey, mommy, help me. This card is really not great because you have to cheat it out on the field somehow. And I don't know if you're gonna do that. I genuinely don't. I don't know if you're gonna really play this. Okay. Hell yeah, it is a fucking dragon. Look at that dragon. I love looking at that dragon. So, thanks for being a dragon. And that's all. Then we have Queen Asmina. If this card is in your hand, or is sent to the graveyard, or banished, literally, if this card is sent anywhere, it's doing something, by an activated effect, you can special summon it. When your Asmina or White Forest monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one Sinful Spoils spell/trap in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. That I had to read through. Then we have Quibsifew, I think a slur. Protection of Horus. If you control King Sarcophagus, that's a continuous spell, in case you were wondering. You can special summon this card from your graveyard. You can only special summon Slur, Protector of Horus, once per turn this way. If another card you control leaves the field by an opponent's card of opponent's effect. Well, this card is in your monster zone, except during the damage step. You can activate this effect. Your opponent's monsters cannot target horse monsters for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target horse monsters on the field with card effects. Gives your whole field targeting and battle protection. Nice, and it's a free extender. Who doesn't love that? Then we have, yay, more archetype-specific garbage. I'm sorry if this is getting redundant, but yeah, no. Once per turn, when your opponent's Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can make this card gain attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of this turn. You can only use each of the following effects of Neo-Punk Ogre Dance once per turn. No. You can tribute one punk monster, special summon this card from your hand. Send this card to... you could send this card to, from your hand to the graveyard to add a punk monster from your deck to your hand. Except level 8. This is essentially just a Rhoda for punk monsters. That's what you're going to be using it for, and you might use it for its level. And punks do a bunch of synchro summoning. It's just a synchro slop enabler. Thank you, Ogre Dance. Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes. Hell yeah, baby, it's a dragon. Can I get respect from a dragon in the chat? Thank you. It is a neat dragon. Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes. You can tribute one Supreme King Dragon monster, destroy this card, and if you do, add one Pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. Okay, so it pops itself and a different one to search something? Cool. You contribute 2 Supreme King Dragons. Supreme King Dragon, oh, it's an archetype. Oh my god, how did I not know that? Special summon this card from your hand. If your Pendulum monster battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. It's doubled. Like, that's a lot of damage. It's gonna just blast your opponent with so much damage, and they're gonna feel like, oh, that hurt. But in actuality, this is just... During the battle phase, quick effect, tribute this card, special summon up to 2 Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate Pendulum monsters from your face-up extra deck in face-up defense position. Oh, and then it switches itself out. If you're playing Supreme King Dragon, then play this. Oh, I missed one. Fuck. Oh, it didn't matter. I know which one I missed. It's Jungle Dweller, which is a... cannot be normal summoned, must be summoned by its own effect. By card effect, actually. It can be any card effect, really. While there are two cards in the field zone, so your opponent cannot target this card with effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Jungle Dweller once per turn. You can banish a light or a dark from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can shuffle 2 of your field spells from the graveyard or banishment into the deck. Then destroy up to that many cards that your opponent controls. Okay, so this... if there's 2 field spells on the field, it's lurking in the jungle, and you can't find it, and it special summoned itself, and that's how it got there. By banishing a light or a dark. Potential chaos support. But also, this is really weird unless you're playing multiple field spells, and then if you're playing multiple field spells, your deck's usually not that good. Let's go back to the rest of the decks. The rest of the cards. Vanity's Ruler. Cannot be special summoned. That's... cannot be special summoned. Cannot be special summoned. Your opponent cannot special summon monsters. This card is hated, universally, for being absurdly annoying. It's a very good floodgate. You cheat this out onto the field by normal summoning it with... yeah, you cheat it onto the field by normal summoning without using a tribute. There are several cards that allow you to do that, and then your opponent just can't play the game anymore. How fun. And then Big Inflate Dragon has a weird fetish, and I'm not okay with it. If this card is normal or special, if this card is normal summoned, you can banish up to 50 cards from your deck face down. This card's attack becomes 10,000 until the end of this turn. Holy... this card's awesome! No, you play a 60 card pile and you desperately hope that you find this, and if you don't, then you're playing a 60 card pile. Or you normal summon this with a massive and it just gets a massive amount of fucking attack. You banish the top 50 cards of your deck, leaving you with 10 cards, and then you attack with 10,000. That's an awesome and dumb card. Cool guy. We are back to dragons. Double Disruptor Dragon. You contribute this card, then target two rocket monsters in your graveyard with different names. Special summon them in defense position. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Add one rapid trigger, which is one of their spells. Doesn't really matter. You're adding something which you want to add. It's good. Or a heavy interlock, another one of their spells. From your deck to or graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect of this once per turn. Okay, it's a hard once per turn. Great. Guardian of Order. He is guarding my order. He went to McDonald's, picked up my order, and he's guarding it. Thank you. If you control 2 or more light monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only control 1 Guardian of Order. That's a cool rank 8 extender. If you're playing rank 8 spam, maybe think about him. Maybe he can protect your McDonald's order from those dirty, dirty heathens. But might think of... Had potential, it's just that they are... at the end of the day, they're just big dudes with attack. And if your opponent can just stop them from resolving their effects, they kind of fall apart. But you know, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. And this card is not bad. I would play this in my rank 8 spam deck, but I seem to be building with this. Wicked Acolyte Chilam Shebek. I think that's Hebrew. Who knows? Dark Reptile. Mitsurugi's gonna love him. If you have 5 or more cards in your hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Holy shit, a free level 8. For a level 8 spam deck, what seems to be building. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense position, and if you do, treat it as a tuner. A level 8 tuner. You know, this is a neat card. This is a really neat guy. He's too slow for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! He should special summon himself and 18 of his friends from the extra deck. But yeah, no, cool guy. Oh, it's Replicard Lad. Hey, it's Replicard Lad, everyone. You can banish whenever level 7 or higher monster from your hand. Special summon this card. And you can target him with face of monster your opponent controls. And that one face of monster you control. You have to target a face of monster you control. Special summon one monster from your deck with a different name that has 2 or more of the same level attack or defense, but it can not activate its effects this turn. This card is an actual really cool extender. You banish a level 7 from your deck, get this onto the field. Banish a level 7 from your hand, get this onto the field, and then you target itself, and then you special summon a dark monster with 2500 attack from your deck. That's like a really good starter for, guess what? Regenesis. Regenesis, a whole deck based around everyone having 2500 attack. Regenesis Sage, Water Spellcaster. If a monster with 2500 original attack or defense is on the field, you could special summon this card from your hand. I wonder how many cards have 2500 attack and defense. I know, I think over 400 at this point. You can only special summon Regenesis Sage once per turn. You can only use each of the following effects of Regenesis Sage once per turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can send one other Regenesis card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Negate that activation. It's a negate. It's already, out of all of them, the best thing I've read. Actually, I've read amazing stuff so far, but this is pretty good. And if you do, and during your opponent's end phase, if it was sent there, it special summons itself back from the graveyard. Pretty neat card. Good for Genesis. Evil Hero, Vicious Claws. Its claws are so vicious, I can't believe it. Can you? I'm Big Inflict Dragon is the fucking MVP of this stream. Big Inflict Dragon carries us all. You could target one hero monster on the field, special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and if you do, that monster gains 300 attack. You can only use each of the effects of Evil Hero Vicious Law once per turn. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you could special summon this card, and if you do... And then if you have a monster that mentions Dark Fusion in your graveyard, you can destroy one card on the field, yeah. The whole idea around this is you normal summon Elemental Hero Stratos that finds a hero monster, any hero monster, then you get this, summon it, and then make a link too. This is just a free body for link spam. I love link spam, it's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. D-Grade Buster! Hell yeah, everyone! It's time to uninstall Windows 11, and this guy's gonna do it. Cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 2 Cyberus monsters from your graveyard. You could target one monster your opponent controls with a higher attack from this card. Quick effect, banish it until the end phase. We're not gonna fucking kill shit with this. We're not gonna stop Microsoft. Microsoft is too powerful. D-Grade Buster has no hope of uninstalling Windows 11. But yeah, neat card for the Cyber Slop piles, where they all play a bunch of Cyber extenders. Beyond that, don't play this, it's terrible. Arcana Force fucking 10? No, 15? Anyone in the chat, if you can tell me what XV means in Roman numerals, I will be eternally grateful. The Fiend. If this card is summoned, toss a coin. Toss a fucking coin and gains the appropriate effect. Heads, when attack is declared involving this card and one monster on the field, destroy it. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Tails, if this attack is declared involving this card, destroy all monsters on the field. Okay, so you're using it to find the field spell and nothing else. Look, it's Chronicle Magician. Who doesn't love a dark spellcaster? What a neat guy. Oh, it is 15. Thank you. It is 15. Thank you so much for thank you for telling me my guess was right. So, Chronicle Magician, if a monster of 2500 attack or defense is normal or special summoned to your field, I wonder what cards those could be. Maybe it's the fucking 50 that I just finished reading. You can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and if this card is special summoned, you can target one Dark Magician or Blue Eyes card. Oh no, it's Secret Blue Eyes fucking slop! In your monster zone against 2500 attack until the end of this turn. Okay, so this is just a Diet for Genesis card, but somehow came out before Genesis actually came out. So yeah, this card is when a monster is flipped summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. If this card is normal, summoned, or set on the field, quick effect, you can target one face-up monster one of your opponent controls that was summoned from the extra deck, return both that card and this card to the hand. It's a flip monster, and it's a level 7. I think this is bad. I really do think it's bad. Chat, I'm sorry. I think this card is bad. It's a cool arm, but it's not the best. It's not the best thing. Then there's Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. If this card is in your hand, you contribute one dark monster, send one Odd Eyes Dragon from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card. If this card is in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard. Except this. Then you can add one Spiral Flame Strike from your deck to your hand. Spiral Flame Strike, I'm pretty sure sucks. Yeah, this card is notorious for being really dumb. But it's a wizard. It's a fucking wizard dragon, baby. I will read Spiral. I will read Spiral fucking. Rescue Ace likes summoning on your opponent's turn. And just... This is probably one of the better Rescue Ace cards. You can pretty easily cheat this out, and it's pretty good for SQAs. What more can I say? It's part of the fucking archetype. If you want to play the archetype, play this. If you don't want to play the archetype, don't play this. Then we have Regenesis Warrior. We are continuing with the Regenesis. Hell yeah. If you're a monster with 2,500 attack or defenses on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon a Regenesis Warrior once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Regenesis Warrior once per turn. Quick effect, you can tribute this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. During your opponent's end phase, if this card is in the grave because it was sent there, this turn you can add this card to your hand. It's a quick effect monster pop on a level 7 extender. It's actually kind of good in Regenesis. Rogue Orgoth the Relentless, he is so fucking relentless, man. Can you believe it? Can you believe I've been going for an hour and a half? An hour and a half of this. Once per turn during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die 3 times, and this card gains attack and defense equal to the total times 100 until the end of your opponent's turn. Then, if 2 of the results were the same, apply the appropriate effect. If all 3 were the same, apply all of those effects. 1 or 2. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects until the end of your opponent's turn. 3 or 4. Draw 2 cards. That's pretty powerful. 5 and 6. This card can attack directly this turn. So, if you roll all 6s, you get to draw 2 to attack directly, and you're immune to being destroyed. Yes, if you are the god of dice, play this. If you suck at dice like me and you always go last, don't play this. My god, it's another fucking pendulum. Why are there so many of these? Why are there so many pendulums? Why? I hate them. I hate the pendulums. I fucking hate the pendulums. Let me just reset my field. We're going all night, baby. I'm marathoning this shit, as I said before. Oh, these are multiple. These are the same card, but different arts. Yep, nope. And let's marathon it together. I'm sure you have nothing better to do than sit here with me in anguish. Oh, I hate the chibi arts. The chibi arts are annoying. This is a brief intervention for me to tell you no one likes the chibi arts, and if you do, you don't exist. I don't believe you exist. I don't believe any of you exist. You're all just figments of my imagination. And now we have Sidormichord, Butia. Your opponent cannot activate spell size trap or monster effects when your Sofa Chord pendulum monster is pendulum summoned. This is Sofa Chord support. If you play Sofa Chord, probably play this. If you don't, then the monster effect is quick effect. You can target one effect monster your opponent controls, or if you have an even pendulum scale in your pendulum zone, you can target one face-up spell size trap your opponent controls this turn. Banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each of the effects of Tissovercord Batisha. That's the actual name, but I read the wrong fucking name. Once per turn at the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster with attack equal or higher to its pendulum scale, and your pendulums are destroy that monster. I'm not even fucking, so good for Sophocard, not good for me. Suck. Great Shogun Shien. If you control 2 face-up 6-hour monsters, special summon this card from your hand. You can only activate. Your opponent can only activate 1 spell/trap card each turn. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy 1 6-hour monster instead. That's better. That's a fucking boss monster I respect. Good job, Great Shogun Shien. Stopping my opponent from activating too many spells. Shuijin. once while face up on the field during the damage calculation. In your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, quick effect, you can target the attacking monster, make its attack 0 during the damage calculation only. This card is unplayable, but it's still, but it's a whole deck based around making this card actually see play. Yeah, Rebel Pigman, we are just all voices. We're all just voices at this point. But yeah, this card is essentially being used as a brick in its own deck. Unless you're playing the Gate Guardian support cards, don't play this. Great Poseidon Beetle. Earth Insect. If this card targets opponent's face-up attack position monster for an attack, but that monster is not destroyed by a battle, and this card can attack in the same monster again in a row. So this card can attack something, and then instead of destroying it, it attacks it again. And it can only use this twice per turn. How terrible. Why would you play this? It's really bad, and other things I'm contractually mandated to say. Starry Knight, Starry Dragon, he's a very starry guy. If this card is normal or special summoned from the hand, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster, or by a dark monster's effect. Once per turn, you can, at the start of the damage step, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, you can banish this. You can banish an opponent's monster until the end phase. Also, this card can attack. This card can make a second attack in a row. It hates dark monsters. It wants fucking apartheid. Evil racist dragon. I think we need to all cancel him on Twitter. Dark Magician, the magician of black magic. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field. You can only use each of the following effects of Dark Magician, of the Magician of Black Magic once per turn. If Shining Sarcophagus, which is a continuous spell which starts the whole Shining Sarcophagus deck, is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if this card is destroyed by card effect and a level 5 or higher monster is on the field, you can special summon this card in set one spell/trap from your deck that mentions Dark Magician. This is Shining Sarcophagus stealing some of Dark Magician's support cards, and I'm not on board for that. Get your own fucking support cards, damn it. Toon Dark Magician. We're now doing the Dark Magician segment of the stream, and this will be the rest of your life. Toon Dark Magician cannot attack the turn it is summoned. While you control Toon World, your opponent controls no Toon monsters. This card can attack your opponent directly. Once per turn, you can discard one Toon card, then activate one of these effects. Special summon one Toon from your deck, except this, ignoring that summoning condition. Add a Toon spell/trap from your deck to your hand. Wow! Toons are almost unplayable because they all have a bunch of dumb restrictions that you don't really need. And then we have Dark Eradicator Warlock. Cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned from your hand by tributing one Dark Magician. That's the original, none of its special retrains. And that cannot be special summoned by other ways. Each time a normal spell is activated, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. This card was terrible until Dark Magician got good support, and now it enables FTKs. In Genesis format. Play it in Genesis format, if you can. Neat card. Dark Magician Knight. It cannot be normal summoned or /set. Must be special summoned with Knight's title. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is special summoned, target one card on the field, destroy it. Knight's title, I already know what it does. It literally just tributes the Dark Magician on your field. The original one, none of its special redesigns. It tributes it on the field, it special summons this. When this card is special summoned, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. This is just terrible GOAT era Dark Magician support. Don't play it. Kashtira Unicorn. Yay, we get the Kashtira now. If you control no monsters, you could special summon this card from your hand. You can only use each of the following effects of Kashtira Unicorn once per turn. During your main phase, you can add one Kashtira spell from your deck to your hand. That's pretty good. When this card declares an attack, or if your opponent activates a monster effect, except during the damage step, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, banish one card from it face fucking down. This card snipes your opponent's extra deck, and then finds the fucking spell that allows you to normal summon 6s without tributing. It's awesome. Great card. Palladium Oracle Mahad. When you draw this card, you can reveal it. Special summon it from your hand. If this card battles a dark monster, its attack is doubled during the damage tip only. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a dark magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Oh, fuck yay. Yeah, this is back when Dark Magician received nothing but terrible support. This was almost good if you squinted at it hard enough. Then we have High Priestess of Prophecy. You can reveal 3 spellbook spells from your hand. Special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish 1 spellbook spell from your hand or graveyard when target 1 card on the field and destroy that target. Yeah, this was good in spellbooks, which is a deck that plays nothing but spellbooks. But search each other and add more things to the hand. Yeah, this is really good because Spellbook is very consistent, and this can just be a free body on the field. Dark Magician, the Pharaoh's Servant. Hell yeah, we've more Dark Magician. Let's look at the full art version of it, because they released that. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Dark Magician, the Pharaoh's Servant, once per turn. And only once fat turn, you can reveal 1 spell in your hand. Special summon this card from your hand. Then you can set 1 spell that mentions Dark Magician from your deck. Quick effect, you can discard 1 spell slash... quick effect, discard 1 spell, destroy all spells your opponent controls. This card is a legitimately... This shows your opponent a spell, summons itself, gets a spell from the deck, and then you dump a spell through Harpy's Feather Dust to your opponent's board, and then you can continue comboing off from there. This card's insanely good. It's gonna be worth like $2 fucking million or some shit when the extra special serialized version gets found. Elemental Hero, Spirit of Neos. Yay, more elemental heroes. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is special summoned, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 polymerization or 1 spell that mentions an elemental hero monster card's name. During your main phase, you can shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, special summon 1 elemental hero normal monster from your deck. This card is a battle fader, a searcher, and not good enough to see play in most things. You don't want to play this. But it's neat to look at. Thunderclap Skywolf! This card is special summoned from the graveyard. You can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Hell yeah! Yeah, this is a really gimmicky and weird way of destroying your opponent's board. There's better ways of board wiping them. And then we have Elemental Hero Honest Neos. Quick effect, you can discard this card, target 1 hero monster on the field. It gains 2500 attack like everything else in this fucking video. Quick effect, you can discard 1 hero monster. This card gains attack equal to the discarded monster's attack until the end phase. This is Honest, the monster that does exactly this, but for all light monsters and not just heroes. Continue sucking ass, Neos. Continue. I'm sure it'll help you one day. Supreme King Gate Magician. That's a lot of text, and I'm just gonna say I could read all of that text right now and suffer, but all you need to know is that if you are playing Supreme King, you are probably going to be playing this card. If you are not playing Supreme King, you are never going to be playing this card. Make the decision yourself. Don't do hard drugs, and don't play Supreme King. This is too much text. I'm tired of it. Ardas Pendulum Dragon. You can reduce the battle damage you take from an attack involving a pendulum monster you control to 0. During your end phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add 1 pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. Okay, its monster effect is, if this card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So it stops you from taking damage, and it doubles its own attack. How neat, how cool, how doesn't do anything, but it is a low scale, so maybe you'll play it in Odd Eyes. Perform Repel Sleight Hand Magician. He's going to slide his hand in there, and you're going to not like it. You can special summon this card from your hand By attributing one Perform Pal monster, except the Pendulum monster. Once per turn, you can discard one card, target one face-up card on the field, and destroy it! Oh my goodness, it's amazing. If only all of the good Performer Pal monsters weren't pendulums, and this card actually had a good effect. Maybe we could live in a better world. Nightmare Magician. It's a Dark Magician return, but not actually. If this card battles an opponent's monster, neither can be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked an opponent's monster, you could take control of that opponent's monster. Once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if a monster attacks, you can destroy one card on the field. This is the introduction to the illusion monsters that do not die from battle. And that's it. It's neat. I like its effect. It's just too slow and battle reliant to actually see play. Ims, the Infinity. He's infinite. He's very infinite. Each time this card destroys an opponent's monster and sends it to the graveyard as a result of battle, increase the attack of this card by 700. Holy shit. If you can somehow get him to attack 100 times, he's gonna get like so much attack. It's gonna get like 7,000 over 7,000 attack or whatever if he attacks like 7 times or 10. The numbers are hard. He's cool. His art looks cool. I like the sword. Look at that sword over there. The Legendary Fisherman number 3, everyone. Cannot be normal summoned. Must be special summoned. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, quick effect, you can reveal this card in your hand and the top 5... and up to 5 synchro monsters in your extra deck. Apply the effects sequence based on total number revealed. Also, you cannot activate the effects of monsters special from the extra deck until your next turn. Synchro except synchro monsters. Oh yeah, it locks you out of the extra deck monsters except synchros. They can do whatever the fuck they want. 2, special summon this card. 4, send one of the revealed synchros to the graveyard and get its graveyard effect, which is usually going to be pretty good. 6, destroy one monster your opponent controls. So if you reveal all 6, you summon this, pop a card on the field, and then send a synchro monster. How nice. Then we have the Abelstar, the Black Witch. Do I even have to tell you that the cards are good? I don't know. You could special summon this card from your hand by sending one card from your hand to or field to the graveyard. That's a meaningless cost, but okay. You can only special summon the Abelstar of the Black Witch once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Diabellstar the Black Witch once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can set one Sinful Spoil spell/trap directly from your deck. During your opponent's turn, if this card is sent from the owner's hand or field to the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard and do special summon this card. She brings herself back, and when she's summoned, she brings a spell along with her, and that spell usually helps you extend your combos. This was a part of a topping deck called fucking... It was Snake Eye. Yeah, Snake Eye. They were like 1-card starters, everything. And this was part of your starters. Great card. Performer Pal Sky Magician. Hell yeah, I love Performer Pals. They're awesome. Once per turn, you can, if you activate a spell card, this card gains 300 attack. Quick effect, you can target one continuous spell you control, return it to the hand, and then you can activate one Magician continuous spell from your hand. You can only use each of the following. You can only use this effect of Perform Pal Sky Magician once per turn. If this face-up card leaves the field, you can target one card on the field destroyed. This card is terrible. It buffs itself, and it targets a continuous spell you control and returns it to hand. Then you can activate a Magician continuous spell from your hand. What does that do? Who knows? That's like just swap one continuous spell for another one, accomplish nothing in life. Like Mermail Abysstabellion. You can discard 4 other Mermail monsters to the graveyard. They all get effects when they're discarded. Special summon the card from your hand. When you do, target the cards your opponent controls up to the Mermail monsters in your graveyard, if possible. I don't know why it wouldn't be possible, but who knows. If this card gains 500, this card gains 500 attack, and if it does, destroy those targets, if any. you can tribute one other face-up attack position mermail monster. This card gains attack against the following effect. At the start of the damage step, this card evaluates the defense position. Destroy that monster. Yeah, this card's not played because it's too much of a hand minus in mermails, but they all... but you could play this if you think the art looks cool. I think the art looks cool, so I might play it. The new fucking Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. He is a dragon. During your main phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add one Pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, unless you can Pendulum Summon after this effect resolves, you can now activate monster effects on the field. So, you have to Pendulum Summon if you want to search. That's your... You have to do it. You don't get a choice not to. The and then its monster effect is this Pendulum Summon card gains the following effects. Gains attack equal to the difference between the pendulum scales of 2 of your pendulum zones. My god, pendulum, I hate the word. Times 300. So if you have a 1 scale and a 5 scale, it's gonna get 4 times 300. Great. Any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving this card is doubled, same as a previous card, but it is referencing with that effect. Neat. If this card is if this card in monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add this card to your hand. Then if it was destroyed by your opponent, you can special summon it. You can only use each of these effects of... I'm not saying the fucking name again. Once per turn. And hey, look, it's turn too many fucking times. I've said it too many fucking times. It's getting very grating on my soul. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then choose one monster in the graveyard, extra deck, or that is banished, that was destroyed this turn, and add that monster with the same name from your deck to your hand. You can banish this card you control plus 4 other cards from your hand to fill the graveyard. Fucking lists off of all the stuff it needs, and then you special summon one Supreme King Z arc, which is a different archetype, which I'm sure we'll get to. And then it's another fucking pendulum monster. I'm gonna start skipping the pendulum monsters. I can't take them anymore. Yeah, it's a shitty attack modulation. I'm tired of him. Cyber Dinosaur. Oh, now this guy. I like this guy. I like his art. I respect him. I respect him. I respect you, Cyber Dinosaur. When your opponent special summons a monster from their hand, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Hell yeah! Cool, dude. If your opponent tries to play on your turn, you can play on your own turn with it, I guess. Neat. Then we have Abyss Actor Superstar. Next. Vote in the chat if you think pendulums were a mistake. Voice off in the chat. Should I continue torturing myself with pendulums? Or should I just leave them to their own devices? Those shitty fucking cards. Your opinion matters to me. You are a valued singular viewer. If you're even still here. I'm sure most people... I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this so that I can say that I read every card with 2500 attack. You don't have to worry. I'll get this done. But I'm skipping pendulums from now on because I don't think they're real monsters. I don't believe they're real. Okay, I am now... To ensure that I actually get to sleep tonight, I am going to only read main deck monsters. And I will return for... I will only read main deck and effect monsters. And I will return for when I need to read the rest of them. The rest of them. There are too many. I have to split this stream up into multiple streams because there are too many cards. This is the last batch. Then I'm going to go get something to drink because my throat is killing me. If you don't like it, send an email to Urban Spaceman Don't Give a Fuck at Gmail your mom. Finishing the main deck monsters, not counting the pendulums, because I don't think they're real. Rainbow, Overlord of Dark World. Ooh, he's an Overlord. I have been live for 2 hours now. I would like to go to sleep at some point, so hard. Don't play this one, it's not very good. Then we have Mechana Fortress. You can discard this card. You can discard machine monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more. Special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls. Just destroy that target. Before resolving an opponent's monster's effect that targets his face-up card on the field, look at your opponent's hand and discard one from it. So essentially, it can actually summon itself by dumping itself in one other card, because that's how the effect is worded, and allows it to do that, making it pretty good as a way of storming the field. Also, if it gets destroyed by battle, it pops the card your opponent controls. If your opponent attempts to target it, it rips a card from their hand. Really good guy. Hey, Machinas are an actually competent machine deck. Chaos Hunter. When your opponent special summons monster, except during the damage step, you can discard one card, special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent cannot banish cards. Straight up. This is a anti-Kashtira hand trap, because they love banishing, and this says no more. Thanks for that. Genex Solar. You can normal summon this card by special summon one level 6 Fiend monster with 2500 attack from your hand, deck, or graveyard. When your opponent activates a monster effect and you control a summoned skull, which is going to be the thing you're searching with this, quick fetch, you can negate the activation and destroy that card. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. This is Summon Skull support. I like Summon Skull. Cool art. This is a way of actually cheating it out onto the field and giving yourself a negate. Maybe you play this in a dedicated Summon Skull deck. Good job. Volt Tester. Great art. If this card is special summoned to a zone a link monster points to, destroy all link monsters that point to this card. Then destroy all other monsters that those link monsters is pointed to, and the fall over link arrows of those destroyed monsters, destroying everything they pointed to, and repeating the process until there are no more to destroy. This cannot be destroyed by this effect. How many times could you say destroy in a singular sentence? I love this. This card is dumb. It's one of those cards where you have to where it literally just describes how it works and what it wants to do. It doesn't even try and make it make sense in the game. This card is just all of your links short circuit and die. Neat. Pretty cool card. Not very good, but if it's neat. Pandemic Dragon. I remember a pandemic. It destroyed the social order for a solid 2 years. It was great. Pandemic Dragon. Once per turn, you can pay life points, multiple of 100. Other face-up monsters on the field lose that much attack. Once per turn, you can target one card on the field with attack less than or equal to this card's. Destroy it. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, all face-up monsters on the field lose 1000 defense. It's a shitty attack modulating card. Do you need to know anything more? But it is a dragon. Thanks for being a dragon. BES Covered Core. Another BES monster. I think I read the first one in the start of the stream. When this card is normal summoned, put 2 counters on it. This card cannot be destroyed by battle if this card attacks or is attacked. At the end of the damage step, toss a coin. You know it's going to be good when it says that. And call it. If you call it right, remove a counter. If you call it wrong, remove a counter. If this card battles without a counter, destroy this card at the end of the step. Oh yeah, so it has like a 50-50 shot of slowly killing itself. Interesting. And then King of Beasts. If you contribute one face-up Mojo you control to special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. There can only be one face-up King of the Beasts on the field. Yeah, Mojo is a little guy, but he's a little guy. He's a little guy like this. Little Mojo. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add one level 4 Beast-type monster from your graveyard to your hand. Neat. He's like a little... He grows up to become this. World Legacy, World Arc. This card is treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a monster. Yeah, that's a fact that I've not read in a fucking year. You can only use each of the following effects of World Challenge and World Legacy, World Arc once per turn. If a link monster you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can send this card from the hand to the graveyard. Then, target one of those link monsters and special summon it. If your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, well, this card is normal summoned / set on the field, except during the damage step, you can send one monster from your deck to the graveyard. Yeah, it protects your link monsters, kind of, almost. Tindingle Hound, yay, it's another flip deck, which sucks. You can flip, target whenever face-up monster on the field. This card gains attack equal to that target's original attack, then change that target to face in defense position. Each time your opponent each monster your opponent controls loses 1,000 attack for each monster linked to it. Link to this. Yes, they're a link deck somehow, a flip link deck. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one face-down monster on the field and change it to face-out defense position, because somehow they needed to change it to battle positions. And then we have Saphira, the Dragon Queen of Voiceless Voice. My voice is gone. Entirely gone. It will never return, and I am going to be mute for the next 2 days. I'm only thinking about how painful my throat is going to be tomorrow. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm just messing around with OBS now. Let's see. But yeah, I'm almost there, baby. You can discard this card. Send one ritual spell from your deck to the graveyard. Then add one light ritual monster, warrior or dragon. It has to be one of them from your deck to your from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Ritual summon one light ritual monster, warrior or dragon, from your hand by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. You can only use these effects with this card once per turn. Yeah, it's really good in Voiceless Voice, which is a Dragon Warrior ritual deck. Cool art, cool deck. I'm not playing it right now, and I'm sad. Bestial Druid Swarm! You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. If this is the quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. This is a DD Crow with a math that has extra effects. That's pretty good. You can tribute whenever light or dark monster, then target one of those special summon monsters and banish it. Yeah, that's a pretty cool card. It interrupts your opponent with its side battle. It gains 500 attack. Neat. Pretty bad. Pretty fucking awful. Then Elf Note is a new deck. You can special summon this card from your hand to the center main monster zone. You can only special summon Elf Note Lucina once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Elf Note Lucina once per turn this way. During your main phase, you can add one Elf Note monster from your deck to your hand, except as during your main opponent's turn quick effect, you can switch the locations of this card in your main monster zone, and the monster in your opponent's center monster zone. Then you can return one level 6 or lower monster from your opponent controls to the hand. So quick effect swaps control stuff your opponent controls and returns stuff as well. It's pretty powerful. It's really good at Elf Note. If you want to play the new Elf Note deck, I would recommend playing this. Brain Golem. The effects of face-up light monsters are negated. If this card destroys a light monster by battle, it can attack once again in a row. Fuck you, lights. Fuck you. Metal Flame Swordsman cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned. With the Max Metamorph, which is a new spell that'll a new quick play. No, it's a new trap, but it allows you to play the Metal Max Metamorph stuff. But was activated by so essentially you use that trap to tribute a level 5 or higher warrior monster. Special summon this. You can reveal this card in your hand, and that trap mentions it from the trap that it's mentioning from your deck to your hand. I'm barely fucking holding on at this point. Okay, what it does on the field after you've summoned it with Max Metamorph, but you searched using it. Each time your opponent activates a card effect, this card gains 300 attack and inflicts 500 damage to your opponent. So it essentially just turns itself into a big fucking cheese grater. Thank you, cheese grater, soldier of pain. Light Pulsar Dragon, a classic. You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one light and dark from your graveyard. You can special summon this card from your graveyard by sending one light and dark from your hand to a graveyard. So yeah, no, if it's sent, you can summon it from the hand or from the grave. Just gonna take the specific attributes. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one level 5 or higher dark dragon monster in your graveyard and special summon it. This is really good for a deck called Chaos Dragons, which existed pretty much only in 2012. I like it. It's a cool chaos monster. If you like chaos, then you'll like this. It's a Dino Hero for Hire. If this card is special summoned, you can banish cards from your opponent's graveyard up to the number of for hire monsters you control with different names. You can only use each of the following effects of Dino Hero for Hire once per turn. I am summarizing some of these effects merely because I am tired of reading them. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters for hire you control for attacks, except this one. This is part of the Fur Hire archetype, the worst named archetype in the whole fucking game, if you ask me, but yeah, funny joke Konami has inflicted upon us all. It's neat if you play the deck, if you don't play it. And yes, we finally got to a Gemini! My soul has been renewed and I can live for eternity. This is a Gemini. It's a normal monster, but it's a normal monster until you normal summon it again for the second time. And then, what does it gain when it's normal summoned? Once per turn, you can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls with a defense lower than this card's attack. Not worth it. Phoenix Beast Garudia? I don't know where fucking mythology that's from. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, this card gains 300 attack during the damage step only. Back when Yu-Gi-Oh cards could be simple and didn't have to be Archfiend's Advent while you control Shining Sarcophagus, which I've mentioned before, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Other monsters you control gain 500 attack. During your turn only, if this card is normal or special summoned, target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase, but that monster cannot attack unless you control Shining Sarcophagus. When this effect is activated, no. So yes, this is a quick effect steal, and it supports the Shining Sarcophagus deck. If you want to play Shining Sarcophagus, maybe consider playing it. If you don't play it. Prophecy Destroyer, card art most definitely done by a Magic the Gathering artist, and hiding. He's afraid for his life. You don't know what they're gonna do. I just realized that the stream audio has been fucked for the last, I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's been like that. I am sorry, there's probably been an echo version of me in the background. It should be gone now, but I think I fucked it up. Anyway, I'm not fucking doing anything else. Prophecy Destroyer is one of the least good cards you can play. It's... oh, god damn. Prophecy Destroyer is It's just, it sucks. Trust me on that one. Dynamite Knight, the true Draco fighter. To tribute summon this card face up, you can tribute a continuous spell you control instead of a monster. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control this tribute summoned monster, quick effect, you can take one True Draco or True Draco King continuous trap from your deck, either activated or added to your hand. True Draco is an archetype, but it's pretty fucking good. Once, all it really does, it sits on floodgates, tributes off the floodgates to special summon their monsters, so that you can't do anything on your turn, but they can do stuff on their turn. It's very toxic and annoying, and whenever it's good, terrible people play it. Skull Archfiend of Lightning. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can pay 500 life points. This is not optional, or this card is destroyed. When resolving an opponent's card effect that targets this card, roll a 6-sided die and negate that effect if the roll is a 1, 3, or 6. And if you do, destroy that card. This is old Archfiend support where they used to care about dice rolling and burning you for even having them on the field. Not very good by today's standards. Let's now. Volcanic Queen. Cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned from your hand to your opponent's field by tributing one monster they control. You cannot normal summon or set the turn you activate this effect. Once per turn, you can send one other card you control to the graveyard. Inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Once per turn during the end phase, you can tribute on another monster or take 1,000 damage. Essentially, this card is going to burn you unless you tribute your own stuff. And it's a kaiju, so your opponent is giving it to you. But it's not very good because it also locks them out of normal summoning. So yeah, it's a shitty early 2000s kaiju. Neat. Archfiend Commander. If you control an Archfiend card, you can special summon this card from your hand, but it cannot attack this turn. You can only special summon Archfiend Commander once per turn this way. When this card is special summoned this way, you can target one Archfiend card you control. Destroy that target. When this card is tribute summoned, you can target one level 6 Archfiend monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Archfiend support. It's a very old deck, but barely has any good cards in it. Toon Summoned Skull. This card cannot be normal summoned. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing one monster while you control Toon World. Cannot attack the turn it is summoned. You must pay 500 life points to declare an attack while this card is with this monster. You must pay life points to attack with this monster. It is that terrible. If Toon World is on the field, is destroyed, destroy this card. You can attack your opponent directly unless they control a Toon monster, in which case this card must attack a Toon monster. Toons sucked. They just suck. I'm not even gonna fucking justify why they suck. They just suck. Skull Archfiend of Chaos. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 3 other cards in the graveyards or face up on the field. Banish them, including this card. Including a card that mentions Ritual of Light and Darkness. Place them on the bottom of the deck and forget this exists. Forget it exists entirely if you're not going to play the deck, I guess. Forget this exists. Forget it exists entirely if you're not going to play the deck, I guess. Then Crystal Dragon. Once per turn during the battle phase, if this card battled this turn, you can add one level 8 dragon monster from your deck to your hand. If only this wasn't a 6, maybe it would have seen play. But it is a 6, so it's probably never seen that much competitive play. I don't know. Why would you do that? Why would you use a battles? Why would you play a card that only searches if it successfully fucking attacks? Your opponent is just gonna nuke it off the field before it gets a chance to do anything. The end of Anubis. While this card is face up on the field, all effects of spells, traps, monsters that target cards in the graveyard or activated in the graveyard are negated. This goes alongside your Vanity Fiend, Vanity Ruler, Angel 07s, and fucking your opponent over with big bodies that say they can't play the game. Thank you. Yay, a new card. Witchcrafter Marka. You can tribute this card from your hand or field. Add one Witchcrafter field spell. Field or continuous spell. So yeah, no. They have if they you can add a Witchcrafter field spell or continuous spell from your deck to your hand. If a face-up Witchcrafter monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, tribute one monster your opponent controls. You can only use each of the following effects of Marco once per turn. I just want to say to everyone, thank you for being here with me. We're very close to the end. I know there was like one guy what was here. Thanks for that one guy. If you watch the VOD in the future, I am very sorry about the audio being fucked. I will endeavor to fix that the best way I can. When I'm gonna re-upload, I'm gonna edit this video. I have a separate recording of the audio going on, so the edited version of this should hopefully be better. Let's go back to the video. Koakimeru Gulagulate. Gulagulate. How the fuck would you pronounce that? Gulungulate. Gulungulate. Yes, Gulungulate. During your end phase, destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core of Koakimeru, which is a spell that literally does nothing but add itself back to your hand, from your hand, or one zombie type monster, or you reveal one zombie type monster. Either send the specific spell from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal a zombie monster in your hand. Yeah, have to do one of them, or this card kills itself. If a Koakimeru monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove from play one Koakimeru monster in your graveyard instead. It gives you battle protection, but it also it's going to die at the end of the turn if you don't fucking do something about it. It's decomposing in front of our eyes. Look at it. Guardian Growl cannot be special summoned unless you cannot be summoned in general unless you control Gravity X Growl, which is a equip spell. If this card is the only card in your hand, you can special summon it from your hand. Holy shit! Can you believe it? Special summoning? I can't even. How do you even do that in Yu-Gi-Oh? Giant Kozaki. If there is no face-up Kozaki, which is a normal monster, I'm pretty sure like a level 3 normal monster. Destroy this card. If this face-up card is destroyed, inflict damage equal to the original attack of this card to its current controller. You essentially quick effect switch this with there's a spell, but literally quick effect switches cards. No. Now you set this card face down on your field, and then you play creature swap. And then give your face down card to your opponent, and when they turn it face up, they burn, and it dies. Yeah, that's how you do this. That's how you play this card. This card is terrible, but it's a fun. You can essentially just give it to your opponent to burn them for 2,500 attack, in very rare circumstances. So it's terrible. Mech Lord Emperor Vizal's Synchro Absorption. Yay! I love being absorbed. Cannot be normal summoned, must be special summoned by its own effect. During your opponent's turn, a quick effect, you can send one face-up Mech Lord monster you control to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. You can only use each of the following effects of Mech Lord Emperor Vizal Synchro Absorption once per turn. If this card is special